CRC Worldviews and News, important news about Christians worldwide.
Today is December 4, 2025. In China, where it is a taboo to own a Bible, the Your Version Bible app has passed the 1 billion download milestone, reflecting the growing demand for the Bible around the world. Rontin said these services provide faith and hope. Refugee Alawite Christians in Lebanon are facing a crisis. Asma is struggling to continue the education of her 3 children. She says that if the children drop out of school, their future will be lost, but their lives are at risk. In Mali, Abdallah, a Christian man, says that he has not been able to take his crops to market for weeks because extremists are attacking them on the way, leaving his family without food and income. In Burkina Faso, Aisha said that not only is there a lack of jobs and food, but children's education has also stopped. Christians have been restricted and attacked when they speak out about their rights. In Afghanistan, Salim says that many of his friends are also following Christ in search of truth and hope. They are putting their lives at risk. The Taliban consider being a Christian a crime. In Sudan, Christians affected by hunger and war are in a desperate situation. Miriam says that children are dying of hunger. Meanwhile, the authorities should take action against the attackers. She is steadfast in her faith and hopeful. In Mozambique, Istisar is a young Christian who sells vegetables. He was injured in an attack by extremists. Now his family has lost their job and everything they owned and is forced to live in hiding. In Kazakhstan, the Christian community is facing increasing pressure and a lack of religious freedom. Ilyas, who lives in a small town, says that they have to worship in secret and Christians are being arrested. In Libya, the rights of Christians continue to be violated. Sanaya says that despite fear and uncertainty, she follows Christianity. Her children are deprived of education and employment opportunities. They are discriminated against. In Indonesia, Gibran says that when about 20 people gathered outside a church before the service began, complaining about a lack of permits, they closed the church door out of fear and called the police.
Videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News. CRC Worldviews and News, important news about Christians worldwide.
Today's December 5, 2025. Maldives, Christians are being pressured to abandon their faith. Zawan says their lands were confiscated and they were forcibly sent to prison. Now they are pleading for justice. Uzbekistan, Christians are being closely monitored. They are being called traitors and arrested. The empress said that her mobile phone was confiscated, her personal information was misused, and her faith was also insulted. Cambodia, Mursal said that Christian students are being prevented from Christian teachings and Christian beliefs are ridiculed. She also faced harassment at school. Laos, the Derg are enduring great hatred because of their Christian faith, but they are converting people to Christianity with their good character. Now extremists are planning to kill them. Mauritania, the husband of this ruler was killed during an attack. She is living in hiding with her children. She is receiving many threats. She is looking for a job so that the children can eat. In Egypt, Christians are deprived of government services, education, and health. They face hatred based solely on their religious identity. Irvin was fired from his job as a Christian. Tunisia, Christians are being targeted for hatred. Jamal said that he has not been able to register his church for 8 years. Christians are often beaten, in some cases even killed. Sierra Leone, Jean said that extremists are being trained and taught organized crimes against Christians. They were also accused of theft and sent to prison as Christians. Somalia, Al-Shabaab is implementing strict Islamic laws in the region. Fomana said that extremists consider Christians to be the biggest threat because they do not want to abandon Christianity, and that is why they are being tortured. In Cameroon, a Christian woman, Sagina, was denied entry to a university because she refused to take Islamic teachings, believing she was a follower of the same religion.
Videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News. CRC Worldviews and News. Important news about Christians worldwide.
Today is December 6, 2025. The spread of the underground church in Syria has brought new hope amid atrocities and war. Jamal says that although he fears arrest and torture, his faith has brought peace and courage to his heart. Guinea. Local governments and extremist groups in Christianity often violate the rights of Christians. Mananj said that his church was forcibly closed and is now refusing to issue permits to reopen. The severe water shortage in Iran has hit Christians hard. Zainab says that her family stood in line for hours every day, but when people found out that they were Christians, they lied and said that the water had run out. In Uganda, Risa, a woman rescued from ADF captivity, has taken refuge in an orphanage, where she is now trying to start a new life. Being held captive by extremists is not safe for oppressed women. 8 Christians in Eritrea have endured decades of imprisonment, and their stories are a testament to faith and perseverance. Daniel, who was arrested as a teenager, says life will end in prison. In Congo, the M23 rebel group has been carrying out numerous attacks targeting Christians for years. Mikhail says the ongoing fighting forced him to flee his home, and he spent years in a shelter. In Vietnam, authorities have summoned several Christian women to government offices to pressure them into engaging in religious activities. For example, Linh Tho says that they are being asked to stop church activities. In Thailand, political uncertainty in the country due to the election dispute, Anh Tho says, is causing Christians to feel fear and uncertainty, as not only education is being affected, but also daily life is being affected by political tensions. In Turkey, legal challenges to the deportation of Christians have left many families in limbo and fear. Andrea says he was suddenly ordered to leave the country and is homeless with his children. The wave of violence that has spread across Mayotte has not only destroyed churches, but also severely affected children. Aisha says her church was burned down and she was deprived of education and worship with her friends.
Videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News.